talking about teen dramas. Literally my favorite genre of TV is teen dramas. It's one of those things that I love and I can't get enough of, but at the same time, they're really fun to make fun of. In this video, I'm going to be talking about teen dramas in general, but I'm also going to be talking about specific shows. So if you're not caught up on Riverdale, Gossip Girl, Pretty Little Liars, or 90210, you may want to click off this video. But just make sure you subscribe first. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. And with all that being said, let's just hop right in to the video. So when you boil down any teen drama, it always comes down to like the same plot line. There's always a pretty girl who's usually new to town and is just feeling out of place. Then she finds a guy who's like a bad boy or someone she's forbidden to be with, and they fall in love and he has a sensitive side. And for bonus points, you can just throw in a couple murders. There's actually examples of this formula in all 4 shows that we're talking about. There's Arya and Ezra. Obviously she's new to town, just came back from Iceland or something like that. And then she falls for her teacher, which is obviously forbidden. In 90210, we have Annie, who just moved to Beverly Hills from Kansas, and obviously she feels out of place because she's not like the other girls. And then she falls for Naomi's boyfriend, which is obviously forbidden. He's kind of a bad boy. And then we have Blair and Chuck, who probably have the most unhealthy relationship ever. He's like this womanizer bad boy who has a sensitive side for Blair, and like she's the only girl he's ever loved kind of thing. And finally, we have Veronica, who moves from New York to Riverdale, and obviously she kind of falls for Archie, which is like the guy that Betty has been in love with for so long, and like she's not supposed to go for him because she's friends with Betty, and it's like this complicated situation, but it's really not that complicated because it happens in every show. These episodes get my blood boiling. I hate them. I really hate them, and I don't understand why every show has them. I feel like the reason shows have these is because the writers just don't have enough ideas for 22 episodes, or like we can't drag the plot on, so everyone's singing. You're not victorious, you're not High School Musical. Really quickly, can we just talk about how in season 1, Archie is a jock who has a secret love for singing and playing guitar, but he's scared of what his dad and like his peers will think of him. He's literally Troy Bolton. I actually took the liberty of making a chart for this one. This is my Gossip Girl hookup chart, and as you can see, every female has hooked up with every male except for Chuck and Serena. Chuck and Serena. But I mean, not for lack of trying on Chuck's end.
This is not happening right now.
The most unrealistic things about these shows, though, is that everyone's hot. Like, I feel like the people casting the characters have never been to a real high school. I'm sorry, but everyone's a little bit ugly. It's okay. I'm still a little bit ugly, and that's okay. But like, these actors are so hot, and it's just not realistic at all.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in.
This has always irked me. On Gossip Girl, Dan and like the Humphrey family are supposed to be poor. Like that's like a big part of the plot, is that they are poor. They don't have any money. Yet they live in a very nice 3-bedroom loft in Dumbo, Brooklyn. I did a little research, and a loft like theirs in Dumbo, Brooklyn would be $5,000 a month's rent, or they could pay $1 million to own the place. And I just wasn't aware that that's what poverty was. Another thing about these shows is there's no gradual build-up for anything. Like Jughead joins the Serpents, instantly the leader. Cheryl and Tony almost kiss, and she's sent away to conversion therapy. And this isn't just a Riverdale thing. Like in Pretty Little Liars, in the finale episode where they find out that AD is Spencer's evil twin that they never knew existed, Jenna, of all people, figures it out in like a 20-second conversation about absolutely nothing.
Is that a new perfume you're wearing?
Oh, it's called horsehair.
I was at the stables this morning with Toby.
She somehow convinces Toby, who convinces all the girls. Like, all this happens within 2 minutes. They go from having no clue that Spencer has a twin to suddenly they're like full-fledged, like, this is it, with absolutely no evidence. Like, they didn't even question it for a second. They're like, yeah, Spencer has a secret evil twin that somehow none of us knew about, and for some reason she wants to kill us all, and for some reason Spencer's missing. Like, what? It took them 10 seconds to process all that and be like, yeah. I am so sick of teen dramas making teenage boys look like they're thoughtful and romantic. I had such high expectations growing up. They really had me thinking I was gonna find a boy that would do anything for me. That I'd find an Archie who would join the mob just to impress my dad. That I'd find a Jughead who would sink a car and help me cover up a murder. But in real life, I can't even get a guy to buy me a snack. When I realized this the other day, I was flabbergasted. Did you know that in every teen drama, there's always a secret love child between two of the main characters' parents? In Riverdale, it turns out Betty's mom and Jughead's dad have a secret love child. In Gossip Girl, it turns out Serena's mom and Dan's dad have a secret love child. In 90210, it turns out Annie's dad and Naomi's mom have a secret love child. And in Pretty Little Liars, I'm pretty sure Spencer's dad and Allie's mom have a secret love child. I'm not 100% sure about that, but like, I'm almost positive. I don't know, so much happens in that show that it's just like a big blur. In a teen drama, someone could blackmail you, kill your mother, steal your boyfriend, burn your house down, terrorize your neighborhood, and like, all is forgiven. 2 episodes later, you're BFFs again. In real life, I once told a boy I was dating that he looked like Freddie Benson from iCarly, and he broke up with me and never forgave me.
So did we just break up?
Feels like it.
I was just being honest with him. He looks like Freddie from iCarly, and he wasn't okay with it. If it were a teen drama, he would have forgave me by now. Hot teachers. Every show has them, and usually they have like some kind of relationship with a student, or they hook up with a student or something. That's not like a common thing to happen in real life. It does happen. It's never happened in my hometown that I know of. The only hot teacher we ever had was awful. I hated him. Me and him definitely did not get along, but you know, maybe it was just sexual tension. Making out at scary moments. Maybe I'm just a heartless bitch. Maybe I don't understand love. But if I was in a life-threatening situation and I knew that there was someone lurking who wanted to kill me, I probably wouldn't want to close my eyes and have the other person close their eyes and then make out and be very distracted and give the people the perfect opportunity to kill me. Like, that just doesn't sound like something I would want to do. Do you know how many times Dan was by himself, alone, nobody around, and he gets a Gossip Girl blast, and he is visibly shook. He is shocked by what he is reading, but he wrote it. According to the finale where he reveals that he was Gossip Girl, he was writing all this stuff. So why are you, like, did you forget? And like, you're telling me that Dan Humphrey was writing You Know You Love Me, XOXO, for 6 years? He was also writing about his 16-year-old sister's sex life, which is like really weird to me. And then in season 2, there's this clip of him telling off an author, which is like the most hypocritical thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, if I have to exploit people to be a good writer, then, you know, maybe I'm not a good writer. I'd rather be safe and use people for art.
He really said that. Well, he was Gossip Girl. In episode 1 or episode 2, Jenny is at Blair's Kiss on the Lips party and she's getting sexually assaulted by Chuck, and she texts Dan for help, and him and Serena show up at the party to save her, and like, they're busy. You know, they're busy looking for his sister. They're trying to save her. Dan doesn't have time to write out a Gossip Girl blast to announce that they are at the party. Like, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. In my opinion, most teen dramas are actually really, really good at the beginning. Like, they're smart, the plot makes sense, there's good character development, like everything just works. I feel like the writers have everything thought out for like maybe season 1, 2, 3, and then after that they get renewed and they're like, oh shit, now what do we do? Like, the show should technically end, but why would they want to cancel a good show? And like, no one wants it to end, so they keep making more seasons, but it just starts to not make sense. Like Pretty Little Liars, up until they revealed Mona as A, I think everything is great. Obviously, it's a teen drama, there's some dumb things, but for the most part, really, really good. And then after that, it gets a little like questionable, but it's still really good, and they reveal Cece as A. That is where the show should have ended. But again, this show is making them so much money, everyone loves it, why would they want to cancel it? So they keep it going. And then the show just gets really, really bad. Like, the show's finale is just so unclever and just doesn't do the show justice. They really pulled the evil twin card. They must have backed themselves so far into a corner that this was the only possible reveal. I honestly, like, in these case scenarios, I would rather a show just not reveal anything. Like, if they're gonna reveal it, it should make sense, it should be clever, it should make everyone like gasp, not be like, really? I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me just ranting about teen dramas. I genuinely do love all these shows, and I want you guys to comment down below your favorite and least favorite thing about teen dramas, because I'm really curious to know if you guys agree with me on some of these things, and if you guys love teen dramas as much as I do, and if you get as invested as I do. Make sure to turn on notifications and subscribe if you are new here. I'll see you guys next time. You know you love me. XOXO, not Dan Humphrey.